I realized a long time ago that, life for me is no longer about what I can get, but it's about what I can do to make others better.
For Winston-Salem Police Chief Katrina Thompson, that responsibility means challenging her staff to have open and honest conversations.
So acknowledging the brutality that occurred against African Americans. And a lot of times people don't want to talk about it.
She's the city's third black police chief and the second black woman.
And I think about how my grandparents would feel if they were here and can see me in this position.
On February 1st, she brought the state's black law enforcement leaders together to tour the International Civil Rights Center and Museum in Greensboro in honor of the anniversary of the sit-in movement.
And I think for some of us, it wasn't until we were there together and we looked around and realized, wow, this is going on right here in the South in North Carolina. Again, just 61 years from the sit-in movement that occurred right here in our Triad area.
Greensboro Police Chief Brian James was there too. He talked to Fox 8 about the last year that has once again put law enforcement right in the middle of the race conversation.
The most challenging moment was really at the pinnacle of the protest after the killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis, because it was so impactful to so many people, and it was such an atrocious incident, and it woke up a lot of people not only to look at police issues in the community, but also to look at all the issues that plague the community and around racial equality and a number of other things.
As a black man who grew up and went to college in Greensboro and then rose through the GPD ranks, he understands the relationship between his department and the city's black community that is steeped in mistrust that goes back decades.
We have to continually work on those relationships and be cognizant of the fact that every time we have an interaction with a citizen, it's an opportunity to either build a relationship or actually destroy a relationship. But again, certainly I'm aware of history. We have to look at that. We have to consider it. But at the same time, if mistakes were made, we have to learn from those, and we have to go forward and try to do better.
As people continue to fight about Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, as if they're mutually exclusive, Chief Thompson is clear.
First off, I know there's no doubt in my mind and anybody else's mind who has seen me that I'm African American. There's no hiding it, and I am extremely proud to be an African American. I am equally as proud to be a law enforcement professional. I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else in life.
She hopes her place as a black leader in the blue can advance the conversation, starting with acknowledgement of the past.
Particularly stories of how law enforcement was used to further the oppression or enforce Jim Crow laws that were existing at that time. But we can't ignore the many, many more examples where law enforcement has been used to improve the lives, to save people, where law enforcement officers have given their lives.
Tracy Clemens, Fox 8 News.